it's your old pal Rob. Hope you guys are having a great day. Well, I wanted to talk about something that I've been scratching my head about, and it has to pertain to certain games. And somebody had written something in the comments and saying, "Oh, I'm going to get a lot of hate for this," and he wrote something, but it made a lot of sense in a lot of ways. When I was growing up, I would play all the kinds of different sports, but I remember when I was a small kid, I was about 7 or so, I played for a team called Harco. All right, this is in Foxen, Connecticut, okay? East Haven, basically. And I played for a team called Harco. Oh, no, was it Harco? Yeah, it was Harco Corporation or something like that. They were out of Brantford. And it was the first time I was ever introduced to organized sports. Well, we would have certain divisions, and we would play. What we would do is all the teams would play for the first section, and then they would play again each other for the second section. And if one team won both sections, then they were just declared the champions. Okay, but if one team won one section, the other team won another section, they would go play a championship game, and then whoever won, would be the champions. It was competitive. There were wins and losses, something that you don't see nowadays, and this is where I'm kind of getting to. Well, when we were playing, we lost every single game in the first group, okay, and we were 0 and whatever, and this one particular team won that group. So we came to the second group and we won every single game in that group. So we went and we played for the championship game. And I remember playing that game in the championship game, and we lost 6-0. Okay? We came a long way. I remember the coach coming in there, but I remember crying and tears coming down my eyes, completely heartbroken. And I remember losing that and how painful it was. And I always hated losing from that point. Okay, so I played harder, I trained harder, I did things harder because I just didn't like losing, and I would make sure that I won. Not to the point where I was a sore loser or anything like that. But to the point where I was just so passionate about competing, and it taught me life lessons. Okay, through sports, through trying to be the best that I could be, because I remember that feeling of losing. And nowadays, with that kind of ideology where everybody should win and orange slices at halftime with juice boxes, I don't think it teaches anything or helps people strive to be the best they can be, because they don't learn that competitive nature. I'm not saying that, and it's a fine line here, because I understand, I remember coaching a soccer team, my daughter's soccer team, and they said, well, we don't count wins and losses. I go, oh yeah, we do. I go, from our team, we're going to count wins and losses, and we didn't lose a game. And I gave them all championship trophies and stuff like that. And I paid for it out of my own money, because they played the best, they worked hard, they wanted to win every single game, and we strove to win. And they remember that. My daughter still remembers that, and it helped her develop as a person, because it builds character. Because if you win all the time, what does winning mean then? And how does this relate to games? I think a lot of games are very soft, and people don't like the take-that mechanism, or they don't like extremely hard games. I don't know about you guys, but how many of you guys out there, or gals out there, go and play a game, are very passionate about playing this game, okay, and then you kind of breeze right through it? Do you ever take that game off your shelf again? Because there's no challenge. How many games have a ton of revival? Well, If you die, you're revived. How about some of those games, and people don't like games that are too hard. Well, I got to a certain point and then I died. I had to start all over. Yeah. Because now you're going to pay attention. You're going to be more enthralled. You're going to maybe come back if the game is good, of course. You're going to come back to it and you're going to go, oh man, and there's going to be that tension. Well, I don't like stress in games. Stress, you're playing a game no matter what. How is it stressful? If you lose, you lose. Okay? I play military war games, okay? And I'm competitive, but if I lose, it drives me to play it again next time, to play a little harder. I don't get mad and take it out on an opponent like a lot of people do, but for me, I don't like to lose, but if I lose, what can I learn from that loss? Boy, I didn't do that right. I'm going to try that harder. Nowadays, games seem easier. There's ways out. There's such an easy mode so people don't get stressed or their feelings hurt or anything like that. The cooperative stuff is just so candy corn that it makes things too easy for people. And, well, we all have a good time. Well, you should have a good time even if you get beat. Because if you get beat and the game is hard, you're going to come back to it and you want to play it again and try to push through. Try to figure out, because then when you win, it means something. If I play a game and I roll right through it, I never take that game off. I never take that game off the shelf. I got a few of them here. I'm going to cull those and sell them and take the money and donate it to charity. But if I get pushed to the brink of a game and I lose, I find it hysterical. Okay? I'm not to the point, oh, I gotta win. I want to win. But the point is being challenged, using that gray matter up there. All right? Not going, oh, well, that's okay. If I die, I just revive. I may lose a couple cards, but that's okay. I'm back. Or I come right back. Just pick me up and revive me when you guys beat it. It becomes too easy. You go through things too easily. I think people need to be challenged because it's going to help you develop and face tougher times. Because when things get tough in life, you have to dig in. Does life give you well, you could restart. Don't worry about it. You lost all your money, you're going to lose your house and everything like that. Nah, you could restart. Hey, you don't have a job, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We'll take you back, restart. You're not driven enough, don't worry about it. Try again. It's not how life works. And it's not how it should work in games either. Now, granted, a game's a game. Okay? And, if people don't want to have that kind of thing, I understand that too. I really understand where, oh, I don't want to be stressed. I don't want to be this. I don't want to be that. I understand that. But have we become so soft in a way that we don't have those juices to overcome impossible situations? We name everybody a hero now. Everybody's a hero. Everybody's a hero. But do you understand what the definition of a hero is? It's somebody that overcomes a situation that they have no chance of winning. Okay? Insurmountable odds. Overcoming insurmountable odds. You have a 1 in 100 chance of doing this. But you face it anyways, and you go and you face it. And then you overcome it. That's a hero. That's a definition of a hero. Why do you think Superman isn't the greatest hero ever? Because he fights Lex Luthor, who's a human. If he just goes up and grabs his head, he can squash it like a grape. That's not overcoming anything. Look at his villains until Doomsday. There's all kinds of situations like this. I think a hard game is good for people because it helps you face things. And it helps you push through things. I think when you make a game that's too easy, now don't get me wrong, you have family games. That's a whole different thing. You're getting kids into games, or you're getting people into games. There are family games that don't fit this category. I'm talking about strategic games here that basically take their foot off the pedal to make things easier, because we all want to win. Everybody should win. There's no losing. Okay? Those type of games I just don't think help anybody. Okay? They might be good for families, small children, or beginning gamers. Yeah, there has to be some type of those games. But when almost a lot of games come out with this reset button, okay? Oh no, you're fine. You just got your head chopped off by a 6-foot orc. Don't worry about your dwarf. Okay, we'll sew him back together, and he'll be back next turn. If you keep coming back and there's no way to lose, what's the point? What's the point of playing it? And there's some games that are like that. They have their purpose. It's just you're seeing more and more of this orange slices at halftime juice box type of games come out. And I don't think it helps develop things, especially if you got a teenager or something that needs to learn wins and losses, and how much that's going to help them learn about life. Just my opinion from an old fart, right? But I look forward to seeing what you guys feel and how you feel about things, and put it down in the comments. For me, the harder the game, the more I like it. The more I lose, the more I want to come back and face it and overcome it. And I'm not a very good gamer, so I lose a lot, trust me. I don't mind losing to people. It's not the worst thing in the world. It drives you to come back and get that win, because that win is going to be sweeter the more you're challenged. If you are not challenged, what does a win mean anyways? Let me know in your comments how you feel about it. Let me know what you think. All right, maybe you agree with me, maybe you disagree with me. That's okay too. Let me know in the comments. Till next time, it's your old pal.